Hello there. For the next couple minutes, I'll be discussing the implications, the criteria, things to think through about audiobook format for the school library. First of all, advantages of audiobooks is that they're easy to use. I mean, it's fairly intuitive no matter the medium, no matter the delivery method. They allow for an individual experience for the reader. They put headphones on and no one else has to know what they're listening to or um, be interrupted or bothered by it. And there are a variety of delivery methods. I mean, historically, there have been audio cassettes, now CDs, even those are kind of getting phased out, audio files that can be downloaded on a computer, preloaded devices such as playaways, where that's all that's on there is one audiobook. And it's a growing number of titles. Many publishers are providing books in audio format in addition to print format. Now, some disadvantages are the availability of the physical devices and software, the things that allow a student to listen to the audiobook. Are there playaway or such devices? Are there CD players they can use? Are there computers with the correct software? Costs are a consideration as well. That's a disadvantage because publishers do require a library or a school to pay licenses for each copy, which also limits the number of users per copy and per device. Not more than usually one person can listen at a time unless you've got some kind of headphone splitter. Selection criteria to think through. Are there funds to budget for these subscriptions, for licenses, for example, Mac and Via, things like that? Are there funds to replace broken and lost materials? My son actually lost a play away from the public library, and it was not cheap for me to replace it. That's a consideration. Will students have access to the devices? Will the library provide a CD player or the playaway, headphones? How will the student browse and access downloadable audiobooks? Will those be through Destiny or the online catalog? How will they access those? Mac and Via, something like that. For collection development, I think it is important for a librarian to consider having audiobooks. They make reading accessible to younger readers, to struggling readers, those perhaps with a disability like dyslexia. Learning Ally, I've seen as a brilliant tool for dyslexic students where they listen and read at the same time on the screen. It's also good for students who are learning a language. If they're learning English, it can help them build fluency, build prosody. And students who are learning a language other than English, librarians should consider having print and audio format to help them with the same skills as they're learning a language other than English. Copyright considerations for audiobooks are similar to other digital formats. They fall under similar fair use guidelines as like CDs and preloaded devices. And again, the limitations with copyright as far as licensing, the publisher will likely require a licensing agreement that limits the number of copies that can be checked out at any one time, and a limit, for example, 2 weeks on any checkout.